Welcome, you're watching the Thrift Store Rundown, where we bring Hollywood home on a budget. By the time you watch this video, you'll probably have continued your journey on the road to WrestleMania, after already having made a pit stop at the Elimination Chamber, which for the first time ever took place in Saudi Arabia. I have a good feeling that if WWE decides to revive their magazine, that some of the highlights from that event will go down in another installment of the Best of WWE Magazine. In this instance, I purchased the Best of WWE Magazine 2012 edition for 99 cents, which retails for $9.99 here in the US and was on display until December 4th of 2012. We have here the greatest photos, interviews, and stories in WWE history, a few of which actually go way back before 2012. We also have here 8 awesome mini posters, a chance to win 30 framed WWE Magazine covers, and in summary, some of the most funniest, some of the most in-depth, oftentimes poignant, oftentimes on point, and always action-packed highlights from many of the great superstars and divas on the cover of this issue of WWE Mag and beyond. One of them deserving a special shout-out right from Jump Street, my stepfather's all-time favorite wrestler, The Undertaker, highlighting the class of 2022 and the most prestigious accolade in all of professional wrestling, the WWE Hall of Fame. My stepdad, David Rodriguez, would be proud. It's been long overdue. Now, as for the highlights of this particular review, there's really no rhyme or reason or any sort of structure. They're just random highlights, what I think is real cool in this issue. But you know, when it comes to WWE, oftentimes when you get in the ring, there is no rhyme or reason. All of that gets tossed over the top rope out the window. So let's go ahead and highlight the best of how-to advice. If there's anything WWE Mag tries to do aside from finding creative, funny ways to entertain their readers and the WWE Universe while embarrassing themselves at the same time, it's to educate the people in all things awesome. No, it has nothing to do with The Miz, even though, believe it or not, he has his own chapter in here. Now, how-to advice, and I use the term how-to sparingly, offers all kinds of interesting tidbits guaranteed to expand your cranium and improve your life. Like, for example, how to ask your barber to make your hair look like Tatanka. Or any other WWE superstar here, like The Game, or Chris Jericho, or The Miz, Randy Orton, or William Regal, etc. How to paint the exterior of your house to look like, I don't know, the colors of John Cena. How to make the hard decisions in rock, paper, scissors. And how to actually rock this timeless game like The Rock, who beats just about any game. Anywhere, anytime, including Triple H. We also have here how to take an awesome tilt-shift photograph here without the assistance of a straight-way, and how to find Kane's hometown, Death Valley. I believe that's somewhere within the deadly deserts of California, if I'm not mistaken. The best of diva advice. Let's face it, we all need a little bit of counsel every now and then, and who better to offer it up than the very lovely ladies of WWE. The divas have shared expert relationship tips, from how to date on a budget, like in the case of Beth Phoenix, to dealing with potential cycles. And you know what? Since we bring Hollywood home on a budget, I just have to highlight this. There's no shame in discounts. For a man to figure out a way to take what little he has and make it into the best time for him and his goal, that to me sounds like a man who will do anything for her. If he's willing to bring this and other iotas of WWE home on a budget, well, that's a sign that he or she would be a keeper. Shame that there's no Bella Twins in here, but you know what? I'll take that tip, and I'll also take Caitlyn, AJ, Kelly, and Alicia Fox any day. There really isn't a diva that I don't like. This is WWE Kids Traps and Confections, all about family, all about great edible and not so edible DIY projects, all centered around your favorite WWE superstars. This is a real cool feature from making your own WWE-themed sundaes using caramel sauce, peanuts, M&M's, ice cream, and a little touch of WWE inspiration, all the way to customizing your back-to-school book bag. From making an edible graveyard a la The Undertaker, to making a kicking kite with a little inspiration from WWE Magazine. That's another noteworthy chapter right there. Here's one of several mini posters that you'll want to hang up on your wall. Randy Orton, The Viper Strikes. And why am I highlighting Randy Orton when I could be highlighting, I don't know, Sheamus, CM Punk, John Cena? This is why. Randy Orton, 12 rounds 2, Reloaded. $2.99, and you'll see that soon. And again, major props to The Undertaker. While he didn't keep his streak undefeated at WrestleMania, for all of his effort over the span of decades of entertainment, well, the WWE Hall of Fame induction is rightfully deserved. I would definitely hang this up in honor of my stepdad. One last highlight in here, and that would be Caitlyn and AJ in the Gallery of Greatness. It's a brief question and answer set. Really one question with 2 answers. When did you first think that becoming a WWE diva one day could be a reality? Well, when AJ shouted at 11 or 12 years old that she wanted to be a superstar. And for Caitlyn, she was into bodybuilding and competed in figure contests. She loved it, but thought it was one-dimensional, so the idea of being a diva appealed to her because she, like AJ, has so much personality. No wonder why they called Caitlyn and AJ Bear All. They look cute and cuddly on the outside, but when you get in the ring with them, well, they can attack you like a wild bear. In terms of the photographs in here, in terms of the text, in terms of the features, I mean, this is a well-rounded, complete WWE magazine which highlights 2012 in a real over-the-top rope way. And while there are no Bellatrix in here, come on, I'd be an idiot to buy only WWE merch that contains my 2 WWE crushes. I've long been a member of the WWE Universe ever since my stepfather and I watched Monday Night Raw and Friday Night SmackDown. We seldom watched NXT, and we didn't have WG in America, so no WWE superstars. But ever since my stepfather and I bonded over WWE, it's held a special place in my heart. I also love this, the complete last thing you'll ever see here. These are photographs of all, well nearly all, of the WWE superstars' signature moves, like John Cena's 5-knuckle shuffle, Jack Swagger's ankle lock, adapted by Michael Cole to become the ankle lock, Daniel Bryan's European uppercut, Cody Rhodes' beautiful disaster, and so on. Nice touch, by the way, with the addition of Maria Menounos on the back. They also have here a Jug of the Month, or Jug of the Week feature in here. Those are mugshots of some of WWE's most infamous villains, the heels in the business. Jug of the Month, Hall of Shame. One of the inductees in here, if I can find them here, my man Michael Cole. Yeah, he rooted for the heels, but he was adorable in doing so. And he's one of the most spot-on play-by-play announcers. Definitely a sharp, straight shooter that I've ever had the pleasure of listening to. All in all, this is worthy of nothing but the maximum. All 5 claps. In this world of laughter, tears, hopes, and fears, and plenty of spears, the more you get acquainted, the more you realize that the WWE Universe really is a small world, after all. It's a world that anybody wishes that they could be a part of, which is my pledge to you. I'm buying more WWE magazines whenever I see them at the thrift shop, regardless of when they came out. So for anyone who has an attitude thinking that they can't afford WWE in any measurable iota, large or small, well, here's a friendly attitude adjustment from us to you. You can. for watching TSR. Now, to see another awesome review like this one, click here. If you want to become a Hollywood bargain hunter, click here to subscribe. And I'll catch you on the thrift side.